All right, man. Took yesterday off, man. And I was swamped. But we back today, man. Ain't really much cracker lacking in the boxing world. I'm going to talk about Spencer Crawford, man. People think I'm playing about what I heard from Team Crawford said this fight going to happen. Crawford took negotiation in his hands. We're going to talk about that towards the end. We're going to talk about y'all boy Jake Paul. Excuse me. We're going to talk about Al Haymon stopping the Charlo and Benavidez fight. So we're gonna talk about, we're gonna talk some stuff today real quick. We're not gonna be on super duper long. I'm probably shooting for like an hour 10, hour 20. So I'm gonna get in and out like a bank robbery if you could deal me. So don't forget you can listen to this episode on Apple Podcasts now, Spotify, what else we on? Radio Public, Amazon Music, Google Podcast tripping. So I apologize for whatever the hell going on over there, but it's tripping. But Amazon Music is good. At Spotify, a lot of people ask for Apple. So Anchor, Radio Public is a cool platform. So you can find me on Amazon. All that's in the link tree. If you ever need to reach out to me, if you got a business question, inquiry, sponsor, video quest, or you just want to chop it up or whatever the situation may be, you can only contact me through Twitter or through Instagram. Twitter is the fastest way, then Instagram. So, yep, if you want to support the channel tonight, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase the chance of notifications. We go live. Or drop a video, So, but yeah, y'all see what we're talk about. Do the fans, but not the family. I still want to see Danny Garcia, Keef, Thurman. We're going to talk Jake Paul. We're going to start with Al Haymon stopping. I was going to talk about this last night, Benavidez and Charlo. Now, I heard that Charlo, both Benavidez, asked Al Haymon to go ahead and do his thing and to make that fight. Al Haymon don't want to make the fight. He want to save them for Canelo. And also heard that he want to throw Errol Spence in there with Canelo still. So, I mean, like I said before, we cried about Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, holding stuff up, we cried about Manny Pacquiao, we cried about, whoever it may be. Now Canelo apparently holding up PBC for making one of their most lucrative fights or one of their most attention-craving fights. But I mean, it is what it is, and apparently him and Espinoza got a different of opinion on this type of stuff, and I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all they got a difference of opinion on this. Espinoza under fire. He under fire for a lot of different reasons over there at PBC. He under fire. He not delivering. And it ain't his fault. I mean, he just the middleman. He just work on the business aspect of it. Al Haymon is the person that really put this shit together. So I mean, they both want it. So Charlo been saying the truth. He want David Benavidez, and Al Haymon won't allow it to happen. So Benavidez saying the politics, and maybe he telling Benavidez one thing, or Benavidez believing one thing, But apparently Jermall Charlo really want that fight. You know, there you go. Jermall Charlo really want the smoke. You know, he really want the smoke. And you know, it's unfortunate. The Al Haymon has his own thing, and I think for a while Jermall Charlo was just repeating what Al Haymon was telling him, like, bro, I want to wait for the Canelo fight. But before you know it, you're gonna be 40 years old waiting on Canelo, and Canelo might lose again. He already lost. And you sitting there listening to Al Haymon doing what's best for his pockets. And apparently, Canelo Alvarez had told him on more than one occasion that he's not interested in fighting them. He already said, you know, Benavidez needs to do this, Benavidez needs to do it. He already told y'all he wasn't fighting no more Mexicans. That's his words, not my words. People got bummed because him and Jaime never will fight, and you know, Jaime, you know, he ain't reached that level yet, but it's a good potential fight. Then Benavidez came up, and people wanted to see that fight. So, I mean, like I said about Canelo Alvarez, he got the right to do whatever he want to do, bro. But we shouldn't be held hostage as fans because of Canelo. Go ahead, throw them niggas in the ring together, man, and make that money. Charlo, 32 years old. Benavidez can wait a minute. You know, Benavidez can wait a minute. But you know who can't wait a minute? Jermall Charlo. Charlo on the wrong side of 30. Charlo's on the wrong side of 30, y'all. He is. You know, and then he hid behind security from David Benavidez or hid behind his people. And it's got a great storyline. You know, would you buy it? I mean, I would buy it. Especially if they make Spence and Crawford. I'll buy it. I will buy that. Good fight. Good fight. You know, can Charlo win the fight? Absolutely. You know, Charlo definitely can win this fight. You know, will he win the fight? Different question. Benavidez got a lot of questions that haven't, Benavidez, got a lot of questions that ain't been answered yet. And that's the honest truth. Oh, he looked good, but he been dropped before. He had conditioning issues. He been barely missing weight. This, that, and the third. Shout out to Barber's Toy. Salute. Appreciate you, sis. You know? But it's a good fight. And Al Haymon don't want to make it because of Canelo Alvarez. Because he want to put them in separate boxes from Canelo Alvarez. And Canelo keep telling them that he don't want to fight. Then there's rumors that they willing to give him Jake Paul. And that's why Jake Paul was going to be so highly ranked. That's why Jake Paul was going to be so highly ranked in the WBC, and Canelo was going to go up there and fight Jake Paul. So that was the rumor. That they was lining up Jake Paul for Canelo. And, Jake Paul going around talking about he can do what Beaver did and he can emulate what Beaver did and do this, that, and the third. Why do you think he talking like that? Why do you think he pulled out versus seeing Rockman? They want to preserve that Canelo fight. And, at the end of the day, is it really steeping any lower? If Showtime, serve up Jake Paul to get Canelo back for one night or a multi-fight deal, no. What's lower than the WBC ranking Jake Paul at cruiserweight? Because he fought Hussein Rockman. What's worse than that? Nothing. And that lets you know how thirsty boxing is for a world champion. That lets you know. It's very thirsty. Very. For a white world champion. But like I said before, nobody's scared of nobody. Jermall Charlo, he done said it a couple times. Benavidez, he doing what he doing, angling this, saying that, Charlo don't want to fight me. Charlo ducking me, this, that, and the third. But Charlo asked Al Haymon for the fight. So we can put that shit to rest. Charlo asked Al Haymon for the fight. He sure did. And I don't know what Al is facilitating. I don't know what Al Haymon is facilitating between the two, but Steven Espinoza ready to make that fight right now. And Al Haymon is not ready to make that fight right now. So, I mean, it is what it is. It's a loose dog outside. He must be barking at the loose dog. There you go. Let me go text my neighbor his dog out. Let me hold on real quick. But, I mean, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is, man. But he need to make that fight. And, you know, and Charlo got to understand I'm 32 years old, bro, and I don't have a marquee victory in the fans' eyes. I don't have a marquee victory. You know, and Benavidez 26 years old. Benavidez gonna have a future at Benavidez gonna have a future at light heavyweight. You know, he gonna have a future at light heavyweight. Jermall Charlo, come on. By the time he get the Canelo fight, he gonna be 40. He gonna be 30, 40. Not 30. He gonna be 40, 32 years old right now, right? So by the time he get the fight of his dreams, it's gonna be too late. 32 years old. Benavidez too, like shit, you know, he gonna be good at 75, but can he make the weight? That's the question. Benavidez and Virgil Ortiz both struggling to make weight. They gonna fuck around and get knocked out. I'm telling you that right now. You know what I'm saying? Benavidez gonna fuck around and lose his punch resistance trying to cut that weight. I'm telling you that shit right now. You know, waiting on Al Haymon. Al Haymon don't have your best interest at hand. It's sad. Charlo might be busting out the seams at 68. He ain't even got there yet. He might not be there for long. Charlo might not be at 68 for too much longer. I'm telling you. You know, people following the Al Haymon plan gonna get your ass knocked off. Lather, salute. Najee, what's going on, bro? And Charlo beating Benavidez. He could. The Captain Monster too slow. I don't know about too slow. It's a big boy, though. What up, Renardo? Salute. PA in the house. Jocelyn, salute. He said Charlo might as well fight an elite guy. He ain't never getting Canelo. And that's Al Haymon. I think he tired of waiting too. Fuck with Al. Listening to Al Haymon. You know? His last fight got canceled. That nigga wasn't injured. Somebody said they seen that nigga at the club running routes and playing football the next week. Wasn't nobody buying them tickets, bro. You know? Wasn't nobody buying them tickets. And that's what it is. You know? But then again, when you disrespect all your fans, what you expect? What you expect? Cussing everybody out, cussing this guy out. You know. But Benavidez, you know, maybe he getting some misinformation though. Maybe he getting some different information. Maybe what they tell him is the truth, and Charlo, you know, they trying to make Charlo look good. But he said that he wanted to fight David Morrell, and you know, I heard Ronnie Shields say he don't think Morrell ready, so he said Morrell don't want to fight him in November. He looking for an opponent. He didn't fight everybody he is to fight at 68. You know, when your own manager, your own advisor working against you, what can you do? You can go there and say, well, let's make the fight. Let's make the fight. And he like, no, we want to wait for Canelo. So, you know, it is what it is. But let's move on to this smut Jake Paul, right? So Jake Paul got Tommy Morris's son calling him out. Now, Tommy Morris's son knocked out. He knocked out Hussein Rahman. He admitted in a live stream that was his toughest opponent today. He admitted that. And he said he tried cutting the weight to get down to, you know, Jake Paul said he going back down to 180 according to Tommy Morrison. and he cutting the weight. Like I said before, Hasim Rahman, I ain't really like tripping off that no more. But it's so funny how they trying to put Jake Paul on the pedestal because they can't find a white athlete to put on the pedestal no more. That's what it's about. They want to put Jake Paul on the pedestal to find the next great white boxer. And they trying to manufacture him and serve him up to Canelo. That's what it's about. And they knew when they called Hasim Rahman that he wasn't gonna take that fight. They was like, we coming off knockout. They probably had somebody in this camp saying how he looked and shit. Jake Paul is just manufactured. And one thing about it, he gonna get hurt one way or another. Mark my words. Jake Paul gonna get hurt one way or another. He need to go follow his brother Logan into boxing, into WWE. He gonna get hurt one way or another. And motherfuckers gonna be crying. They gonna be screaming. They gonna be saying, "Oh, Jake, somebody gonna damn near kill that boy." And that's what it is. Bush the Can Man, Cassie, salute, good fella. You are a great fella by the sound of it. Appreciate it. He said, "How come you never open up the panel?" My God, sometimes I do. I did it the other day. Smash the like button. DT, tell the truth. Salute. One honor. What's going on? Salute. Ricky E. Shout out to New York City, brother. Salute. You seen that Mason interview? I watched some of it this morning before I went to work. But like I said before, Jake Paul is manufactured, bro. He gonna fuck around and get seriously hurt, dude. And he knew. Well, now all of a sudden he going down 180 pounds. What you mean? What you mean? Now you got the attention of real boxers, you know. Unfortunate what happened to Tommy Fury. Unfortunate what happened to Hasim Rahman, whatever it was. But if you see them jokers stand next to each other at that press conference, you knew that fight wasn't gonna happen. Hold on. You knew this fight wasn't gonna happen. If you look at the size difference, look at that. Look how big he is, bro. And it's not like he fat or out of shape, bro. Like that's just his natural stature. Look at Jake Paul, bro. He knew right then and there in that moment that he wasn't like barking up that tree, that he really wasn't knocking on that door. I don't blame him. He knew it. Look at the size difference, bro. Look at the size difference, dog. That's like a English bulldog going against a bowler ball. Come on. I like a Frenchie going up against a goddamn pit bull. When I seen this picture, I'm like, man, that nigga ain't taking that fight, bro. And I don't blame him, bro. I don't blame him. He looked the best out of all the celebrities boxing, if you consider him a celebrity. He do. But he letting people get in his ear, or Showtime letting people get in his ear and say you need to go fight a real boxer. You out your rabbit ass mind, bro. As much money you gonna make versus Canelo, unless they tell Canelo to go easy on you, or professional, unless you fight somebody like Floyd Mayweather, who he really can't hurt you no more for real. That's cool. When you start getting in there with dudes of the size of Hasim Rahman, you better off going in there just getting fucked up by Wilder. To be real. I mean, if you're gonna go that big, you might as well just go get stretched by Wilder. You probably won't even feel it. You know, you want to go in there with guys like that. He started welcome to do what Beaver did. You out your rabbit ass mind. You know, he better off, pulling up niggas like a New Way, pulling up guys like Foden, pulling up guys like Gary Russell. He better off picking on small dudes. He better off picking on small dudes. Now you talking about the Charlos and the Benavidez. He better off picking on Caleb Plant. White on white boxing crime. Caleb Plant not gonna hurt him for real. Now he's training in Philly, he might, but Caleb Plant really not gonna hurt him. Caleb Plant probably go 15 rounds with Jake Paul, bro. I heard they said they've been testing that nigga boy. They've been testing him in the gym in Philly. They probably gonna go 15 rounds with Jake Paul, bro. You imagine Jake Paul stalking Caleb Plant down and Caleb Plant just dancing and moving and just man, bro. Jake Paul and Caleb Plant is the fight to make. Jake Paul and Caleb Plant is the fight to make. It is. But when I seen this picture and I really looked at it, I said, yeah, he ain't fighting that nigga. I don't blame him. I don't blame you. Fuck, I'm gonna get in there with this This big ass nigga, man, I wasn't even getting there with his daddy. Hell no. Shit. Jake Paul needs to go to WWE like his brother. Facts. D Young, what it do? Mason Wilding. He had that one good album. I don't even remember the second one, bro. I remember Harlem World, but then he changed his life and then he came back. Why your girl no looking at me? Women get standing there. Mace did carry Bad Boy for a while, bro. He did. When Biggie died, Mace's interview was good. It was, nigga. I mean, shit. He said he gave $700,000. It would have been $750, but he owed them. So I mean, it is what it is, bro. He said, hell, my apologies. Never with the panel. You great sports, though. I appreciate it. He said, still laughing. He said, I heard Jake Paul versus St. Rahman Jr. was canceled due to low tickets. It could have been. It could have been. Shit, one word for going out there. He ain't selling Atlanta. Whoever he fought in Atlanta, that shit was empty. I heard. They had concerts on. You smashed the like button, but Beaver was a master boxer. The hell you think you could do what he can did? I mean, crazy because he just talking. And Jake Paul gonna go get hurt. Mark my words, Jake Paul gonna get hurt. Mark him. If he needs to fight celebrities, bro. I'd have kept beating on NBA players. I'd have kept beating on. I'd have said Carmelo, let's fight. KG, I kept beating on their ass. There's no need to go fight a real boxer, bro. Don't let these people hype your head up. Cause when you go out there and get your dick knocked in the dirt, ain't nobody gonna send you no money. Nobody. I got Jake Paul stopping Plant Miguel Ramos. Cool man said salute. Yeah, I heard about that. I ain't even gonna talk on mystical. I ain't even gonna speak on that. I don't leave that alone. I got a video coming about Daniel Du Bois and Don King, and they demonetized it. It was up for 2 seconds, bro. It's coming tomorrow, though. Logan Paul doing frog splash off the. Hey, Logan Paul looked kind of decent as a wrestler, though. But he went to wrestling school and all that shit. This fight, Nate Diaz, to be honest, Nate Diaz, he could box though, but it's a good fight. Keep fighting MMA fighters, and they gonna. A lot of people, man, people talking about I don't care what nobody think, but niggas always succumb to peer pressure, bro. Always succumb to peer pressure. I just don't be understanding it. They always succumb to peer pressure. Always been somebody that I just did my own thing. If I did it, bro, I did it. I remember my stepbrother used to go to the Cornerstone Schoolcraft in Southfield. It was a store on the side of like Glastonbury, not even Glass, on the Ashton side. It's like a Family Dollar. Now I used to go in there, bro. And they used to steal like a whole bunch of Mystics. Remember the Mystic drinks? They still kind of sell them here and there. They used to run out there and niggas used to steal $5 a piece, and I never stole. I never did it, bro. I'd be like, give me one. Go do it yourself. I just never did it, bro. Always somebody that if I did it, I did it. That was just always the way I was, bro. When no niggas on, you just have to whoop my ass. That's just what it was. But nonetheless, let's move on. All right. Y'all seen y'all boy Keef Thurman call out Jake Paul, but I ain't here to talk about that. Apparently Keef Thurman called out Danny Garcia. And I want to know, do the fans still got an interest in that fight? I think had that fight went down this weekend, it would have been interesting. Very interesting. And if they do remake this fight, they're going to try to charge y'all $80. And like I said before, it's better than what they've been putting on like 90% of their pay-per-views is better than that. Even Danny Garcia, 34 years old, Keef Thurman can't be far behind. What is Keef Thurman? 33? About to be 34 himself. It's still better than the pay-per-views they've been putting on. Tell me I'm lying. Keef Thurman 33, be 34 right before Thanksgiving. It's still better than the pay-per-views. It's Errol and Sean Porter is the only pay-per-view I can think of off top that'll be better than this. In all they programming. Charlo Castanos 2, Carlos Castanos 1, Deontay Wilder, versus Ortiz. Those, both of them fights was great. Brazil, the Fury fight. Man, but it ain't too many fights they doing on or off pay-per-view, Fox, PBC, Top Rank, that's going to be better than this still. I still think it's the same result. Danny Garcia got 2 left feet. But if they was to put this on Fox, they might say they Fox deal. Fox might extend them for a deal. You know, on Showtime, it'll do decent. I think people gonna pay for this. No, some people will, but nobody gonna pay for this. But if it was on Fox if it was on Showtime this past Saturday, it'd have been the best. It'd have been the best boxing fight that's put on this summer, and I think include Triple G Canelo. Maybe that's a stretch, but you know. But other than that, it'd have been better than anything other than that, and it might have been better than that. Because they both fighters on the same trajectory. Danny Garcia looked good at 154. You know, Thurman, you know, he still can move, but you know, the gap would be a little bit closer. But it's still one of the better fights that they can make on PBC. I mean, in boxing. I'm sorry. You know, it's one of the better fights they still can make. You know, I can see it now. Scared to fight Crawford Fest. Scared to fight Crawford Bowl. You know, but you know, like I said before, it's a good fight. It's one of the better fights they can do, and it would have been the highlight of the summer until Canelo Triple G 3 because, well, you know, other side of the world, Canelo and Joshua fighting pretty soon. Then Ortiz and Ruiz, you know, that's gonna be a good fight, and then Canelo Triple G 3 top off the summer. That's it. And then you're gonna start hearing everybody else come back in the fall. Mark my words. And when they announce Crawford and Spence, you know, if they were, I heard they're gonna announce it. If they announce Crawford and Spence, then it's just gonna be like, you think about it, it's gonna be in November, so you got about 12 weeks. They coming down to it. And then if it don't sell, you know, they ain't gonna blame nobody else. They gonna blame them niggas for not selling. But then again, you know, Floyd Mayweather the one says you need 12 months to build you need 6 months to build the pay-per-view. So, I mean, but this is one of their better fights. And before anybody come on here and talk about, well, they could do it on the undercard. Nah, bro. Have y'all not seen some of boxing's undercard? That's because the undercard come out the promoter's pocket. The network get a promoter the money up front for the fight, and some of that money they give up front for the fight, right? They take they put the most of the money in their pocket, then they take the money, you know, some of that money and pay for the undercard. They spend as little as the undercard as they can. That's because the network pay for the undercard. That's why. So just something to think about. Something to think about. Dan and Keef need to retire. Well, what else fights you gonna make? Because Jerron Ennis and Virgil Ortiz, they ain't getting nobody a note. Conor Ben got to go all the way up to 150-something pounds to fight Chris Eubanks. Kobe 2K fans, salute. Danny retire. Hopefully, we never hear from his father again because I can't stand. But come on, how many fights is gonna get made that's better than that? Probably do a little bit under $1 million on regular TV. Oh, that shit doing over $1 million on regular TV. That's a fact. That shit doing over $1 million. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking like more 1.5, 1.4. Yeah, I seen that. I'm gonna talk about that tomorrow. Those total make Garcia Benavidez second most watched Showtime fight 2022. I mean, like I said before, that ain't saying much. That ain't saying much at all. Nobody got Showtime. Sport Channel, Venmo, CJ Good, 313. Ain't nobody buying Showtime. Who really said, well, I'm about to go buy Showtime? Nobody in history. Nobody in history. I'm going to go buy Showtime. Nobody got Showtime. Showtime got like, hold on. Showtime don't got that many subscribers, bro. Hold on. Let me see. I hope Netflix keep making shows like Stranger Things. Okay, between Paramount Plus and Showtime, they got 60 million combined. But that's most of that is Paramount. Most of that is Paramount because it's cheaper than Showtime. You know. But yeah, they might as well just like I'm about to cancel cable. I'm gonna go with YouTube TV. I suppose Ben did it. But to put that in context, HBO Max got 76.8 million globally. globally. Why these ain't tell me how good Stranger Things was? That shit fine. Hit the link tree, find me every career. Put it on Fox, it would do good numbers. First one did 5 million on CBS. I don't know if it's gonna hit them numbers, but it will. Maurice Hooker and Blair Covey, I already spoke on it. I got a video on it already. I got some Maurice Hooker. 50 Cent made Star surpass Showtime with Power alone. Did he? Hold on. No, they ain't nowhere near that shit. No, it ain't even close. They got 16.1.7. But Showtime right around there, bro, without Paramount Plus. They right around that neighborhood. He getting sued for BMF too. Somebody trademarked it already and they suing him. But nonetheless, Danny Garcia and Keef Thurman is still a fight that people want, that people will go see. It's late because when they fight before, hold on. Let me see when they fought before that. So they fought in 2000. I think it was 17. Yeah, that's over 5 years, going on 6. You wanna laugh? That's Keith Thurman's 4th most recent fight. You know, Al Haymon couldn't get Keith Thurman the fights he was looking for. He couldn't. So he started paying Keith Thurman a lot of money not to fight nobody. And then when it was time for Keith Thurman to want to fight people, he started pricing himself out. Asked for $10 million. And that's why he's sitting on the bench now. He's talking about, well, I'm stuck like Chuck. I can't get no fight. They ain't got nothing lined up for me because you listen to Al Haymon, dummy. And look at you now. Look at you now. Listening to Al Haymon sitting on the bench. You know, let's move on, right? I'm going to end it off with Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. I told you I want to stay on long. I'll probably stay on longer tomorrow if there's anything to talk about. You know, I ain't going to the gym tomorrow. I'm going back on Friday and Saturday. I did legs today. I took me some Tylenol. That shit hurt. This dude sat on the leg rack all fucking day, bro. This dude stretched for like 50 minutes, bro. I'm just looking at this nigga, man. Thank God the other white boy went faster, bro. That's one thing I miss about Crunch Gym. They got like 10 power racks. They had 10 power racks. Thank God for that white guy, that white boy. I'd have been home already if it weren't for that. But nonetheless, bro. He told me it's gonna happen. So I already spoke on this, bro. They said it's gonna happen. Crawford said it. Team Crawford said it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Now I can't tell you when and where and what time the place expect an announcement, but it's gonna happen. Right? We just gotta remain patient. That's all I gotta say. You just gotta remain patient. It's gonna happen. Right? Terence Crawford has took this thing in his own hands. You know, and then you gonna start seeing when the fight's on, you gonna start seeing niggas' true colors. Now, everybody gonna run with a lot of people gonna run with Errol Spence. And in my opinion, that's fine. That's fine. I ain't got no issue with it. You know, but like I said before, Derrick James, now he sounded different and all this stuff, and Errol Spence staying in shape. He know what type of fight he got coming. He know what type of fight he got coming. Trust me. He know what it is. He know what it is. But he want to fight. And like I said before, he don't have too many options because Canelo won't fight him. I don't know what weight they were trying to make that Canelo fight, but at one point Canelo agreed to fight him. But I don't know what weight he was going to fight Canelo at, but Canelo said he wasn't coming below 168. So Canelo, especially for no black fighter, he not conforming to nothing no black fighter won't. Floyd Mayweather messed that up. But, when they do fight, we'll be able to close the chapter. Terence Crawford is taking all this over in his own hands. People say, is you serious? I'm serious. Crawford taking this shit in his own hands. They fighting. He told Bernie it was looking good. Apparently, it's looking good. Now, at the last minute, could something change? Absolutely. Absolutely. But they don't have no choice. Because he ain't fighting Keith Thurman. He ain't fighting Jerron Ennis. And once you look at it, Terence Crawford, he ain't got no choice. Who else he gonna go and fight? Nobody. Because he go up, it's PBC. He try to go down for the most part, it's top rank. Or fight somebody coming down, it's top rank. So I know they kind of, pushing it against, but they gonna have fast promoters. Steven Espinoza said that. He said that Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather tickets ain't go on sale the week before the fight. So you know who you doing business with. So if you look at it right now, they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So they about 14 weeks out from the 12th, 15 from the 19th. So it's either going to happen on the 12th, the 19th, the 3rd, the 10th, the 17th is the only days that it's probably going to happen. Or the 5th or something like that. So they're around, give or take, 15 to 17, 18 weeks out right now. That's where they at with it. That's kind of, our predicament right now for this fight. And they're going to get it done. And it's going to, it's going to be last minute. They're going to wait till the holiday season to make sure, your pockets dry. And then, they're going to do some shit with the tickets. They're going to buy and resell the tickets. It's going to be a lot of stuff, So a lot of people are going to be pining Christmas. A lot of people going to be saying, fuck them kids going to the fight. Or it's going to be a lot of people that's going to stay. That's just going to be a West Coast fight. It's going to be a lot of niggas from Texas that's going to come up. Fun fact, Dallas closer to Detroit than it is to Las Vegas. Think about that for a minute. Kobe talking about, well, I'm going to just go out there for a day. Like, dog, you don't travel from New York to Vegas for no damn day, nigga. You're going to be out. You're going to be tired of the motherfucker. The flight alone going to fuck you up. Trust me. You in Vegas, Vegas, I say this, man. If you coming from east to west, you need 3 days. Because it's an 8-hour flight. Then you add on, you got to be there 2 hours early. So that's a half a day right there. That's 12. That's a day gone. Flying, like if you was from Texas, cool. I fly in, I fly out. The flight ain't really shit. But what's that flight from Dallas to Vegas? I'm pretty sure somebody in here took it. Hold on. Let me see. That really ain't nothing for niggas from LA. It's 2 hours and 45 minutes. That really ain't bad. Oh, it's still a flight. But it really ain't that bad. But like I told y'all before, that's going to be an event. And they going to rush that shit. It's going to be a nigga event. Trust me. Don't be surprised when you go buy the tickets, they going to be all gone. Mark my words. They going to just disappear because they not going to do it at no football stadium. They going to target the MGM Grand. They going to target the T-Mobile Arena. If they do it in a football stadium, it's going to be in Dallas or it's going to be the Alamo Dome or it's going to be Houston. You got to understand, too, that's the heart of, musicians trying to tour and get the end of the year money, football full swing. So like I said before, could it be at Crypto.com Arena? Lakers going to be playing in the Clippers there. Could it be on the East Coast? I think with it getting cold and the virus numbers, monkeypox and all this shit rising, they ain't going to do it nowhere cold. That shit going to be Texas, Vegas, or somewhere south. So, people going to be sitting there and they're going to be sitting there on the money. They're going to be waiting on the money to come good and waiting to spend their money. But as soon as, you sit there and wait, we'll see. It's not an expensive time in Vegas at all. If you fight November, December, it's not expensive. It's very friendly. They probably waiving the what you call that? The fee they got there, the resort fee. It ain't gonna be too high. It's and honestly, it's a really good time, bro, to go there. Especially if you want to change, it ain't gonna be too cold neither. It's a good time to go. It's pocket friendly, but they gonna make their money back up with the ticket price. It might be at the Mandalay Bay. They might fuck around and do this at the Mandalay Bay. All of it's owned by the MGM Grand. But Bud Crawford and took this shit into his own hands. And he ain't got no choice. You know, he ain't got no choice. He ain't got no choice. So it might be at the Mandalay Bay, to be honest, y'all. Pacquiao used to fight there a lot. So people talking about the dates taken up. I'm pretty sure Al Haymon got a time because Spence got to fight regardless. So when you start looking at it, so yeah, the Mandalay Bay is available. All November it's available. All November it's available, bro. October 21st, 27th, 28th is taken up. But hold on. In the 8th. So for the most part, you got October 13th, you got October 20th, but it's a concert the next day. They can make that. And I believe you got the 27th is taken. But for the most part, the whole month of October, November is open. Only day that's taken is Cody Johnson concert December 9th. So if we being honest, this fight might be at the Mandalay Bay. This fight might, and that's where Keef Thurman fought last, and that's where Terence Crawford fought last. This fight might be at the Mandalay Bay. Because they don't really do fights at the Thomas and Mack no more. So this fight might be at the Mandalay Bay. Thurman player hating from the sideline. Well, you ain't got nothing going on. Listening. Never skip leg day crew. Let's get it. Yeah, man. I had to sit there and wait, bro. I'm mad as hell. Okay, that's all that matters is going to happen. That's a good thing. They're going to have to drag that dude in the ring. Cooking and screaming. Shout out to TB. When Bud and Spence happens, do you think it's gonna be at probably somewhere like the Mandalay Bay? I'm telling y'all, they're gonna take a smaller venue and mark all the prices up. I know how this works. Jay Miller, what it do? He said 2 days, but man, you coming from the East Coast, you out your mind, bro. By the time you blink, you'll be ready to go home. You're gonna have to go home and get into the airport, waiting in them long ass lines, waiting all there. The airport straight though, they got like slots and shit in there. If I go out there, it's probably gonna be. I'm probably gonna be 3 days, but I probably, if anything, I'm gonna fly out Saturday, Sunday, and leave Monday, and go back to work Tuesday. If anything, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday, come back Sunday night and come back to work on Tuesday because I ain't doing shit. Traveling takes some shit out your ass. I'll tell you that. You traveling with Mason, he be knocked out. He sleep the whole ride, come home, sleep the whole day. He be knocked out. If you in LA, you driving, laugh miles, you wasting money buying a plane ticket. The Clippers playing Inglewood in the new stadium, CJ. Oh yeah, they ain't playing yet, but like I said before, it's probably gonna be the Mandalay. But if I had to take a guess, the first spot is gonna be MGM Grand, but if that's booked up, T-Mobile. I mean, we could look at this because there's rumors going out there that all this shit booked up, right? So I already told y'all what the Mandalay Bay hit. My bad, I hit the wrong shit. Moving too fast. Here we go. I already told y'all what the Mandalay Bay hitting for. Now it ain't the biggest arena out there, but it's still big enough. I think it hold hold on. I think it hold 12,000. It's 12,000. Now the MGM Grand Garden Arena, it holds 16.8. Now I don't know what it is from the boxing event, but let's see if we can pull up some of the dates that's already booked. I never been in it, but I seen it. If that make any sense. I've been like right outside of it at the MGM Grand. Been in a pool too. It's pretty nice. So we see September 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th. They got shit going on. October 8th and 15th. So yeah, they got dates available. They got Jimmy Buffett gonna be there on the 8th and the 15th. So right now they would have the 6th available. They would have the 13th available. They would have the 20th available, and the 27th in October. Right? You see the 5th and 11th already took for November, 12th, 13th, 18th. So we said the 5th and the 11th already took 5th. Excuse me, the 5th, 11th, and 12th in November. My bad. Maybe I looked at that whole. Yeah. My bad. The 8th, 15th booked in my bad. I read that. I was working on the 8th to 15th was booked in October for Jimmy Buffett, but it's the 8th and the 15th. But in October, you also have the 1st, the 22nd, and the 29th. Right? Then in November, you got the 5th and 11th. The 5th is a Saturday. The 11th is a Friday. The 12th and the 13th and the 18th is booked. So you got the 12th, 13th, the 18th, but you still got the 20th available at the MGM Grand. So you still have the 20th available. They're not fighting on Thanksgiving Day weekend. So you got the 20th. December 3rd, that's Saturday. That's taken up by Andrade Bosalelli. The 17th and 18th is taken up because of the Boost Mobile HBCU Challenge. So the 17th is a Saturday. The 18th is a Sunday. But you have the 13th available. You have let's see if we got the 20th available. Yeah, you got the 20th available. So, yeah, it's some dates out there. It's some dates out there. Yep, it's some dates out there. So, I mean, I see we talking my favorite Spence world champion. Shout out to 704 Joe. Pernell Penny say, you going to the fight? I don't know, bro. I'll order it, though. But I don't know. I want to get out there. We'll see. ATL will be fired for this fight. Wishful thinking. Hell yeah, be fired. I heard Bud Team wanted there. I'll go to that shit. I ain't driving. I'm flying. I ain't driving down that time of year. That shit might have ice. Yeah, I'll drive. I mean, if it ain't snowing, I'll drive. Or I'll drive. Yeah, Atlanta straight. Go to the Breakfast Club. Spend $51 at the aquarium. But I tell you, I don't touch none of them women. He said what he said. He said, "What stays if it goes on in Vegas stays in Vegas, except for crabs. That should come back with you." Hangover. But yeah, Al Haymon ain't doing no shit in Atlanta, bro. Al Haymon is he like them old niggas. He real. I wouldn't say super still. That nigga real safe. So it's like, hello, the T-Mobile. We can pull up the T-Mobile too. Pull up the T-Mobile. So it's a T-Mobile upcoming events. Daddy Yankee in there. That nigga still doing shit. Daddy Yankee still out here getting the bag. So he coming August 6th. Chris Brown and Lil Baby August 27th. Kendrick Lamar, UFC 279. Shawn Mendes canceled. Triple G Canelo. September lockdown. The 4th. Lakers and Suns coming there for the preseason. So that's on the 5th. So that's a Wednesday. The 4th is a Tuesday. The 1st is a Saturday. So Rogers Waters is taking up Saturday. Lakers and Timberwolves is going to be on the 6th. That's a Thursday. My Chemical Romance is 7th. That's a Friday. So the 8th is available at the T-Mobile. The 13th is a Thursday. Carlo G is the 14th. That's a Friday. The 8th and the 15th is available at the T-Mobile so far. The 22nd is taken because the Vegas Knights. Hold on. The 28th, the Vegas Knights is playing. That's a Friday. 29th is taken. So we got I think I said the 8th. The 8th is available in the 15th at the T-Mobile Arena in October. So this date's still out there, man. Post Malone coming 11th of November. The 5th is available at T-Mobile. The 12th isn't. The 19th isn't. The 26th isn't. So yeah. It's only a couple days left in the T-Mobile in November. It's only one date left. So, yep, it's only one day left. Mercedes Benz is lit. Get them likes up. So when Bud and Spence happens, I think Bud wins big. But would you be surprised if Spence wins with Star? But I ain't surprised the shit in boxing no more. I got any questions, I'll answer them. I ain't surprised. If he win, he win. But it won't surprise me. He a good fighter. Hell of a fighter. You know, you ain't gonna never hear the end of that shit if he stop him, but it is what it is. If he earned it, he earned it. But he did wait the nigga out regardless. He did wait him out. But, you know, nobody going to really remember that part about it in history. Nobody really going to remember that. So, but yeah, you know, but it's, you know, can't wait to see it though. But they say it's going to happen. They don't have no choice but to happen. Where else they got to go? It ain't like he in a rush to fight Thurman, he in a rush to fight Ennis, or he in a rush to fight Virgil Ortiz. They gonna just say, "Oh, Virgil Ortiz just been on the app. He ain't did shit. He on the app. He on the app. Why are we fighting him?" So he on the app. Why are we fighting him? So it's available dates. Shit is available, bro. So they, you know, the date's going fast though, but they got a couple days left. They got a couple days left, so it's getting funky. It's getting funky. I definitely think it's in Vegas today. Yeah, it's gonna be in Vegas. I think the Mandalay will be the venue. It's probably gonna be the MGM. They're gonna get in on one of them MGM or T-Mobile dates. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, that's what it's gonna be. 2-fight or 3-fight deal. I don't know, bro. Yeah, do you think Benavidez versus Canelo ever happens? Nope. He ain't fight nobody that's danger. Oh, that might not be a good quote to use right now. You know, he ain't fight nobody like Benavidez. Mind Killer was the first person said, man, get him the fuck up out of there. What's Andrade's next move? Jenovic. Oh, Jenny Beck. And it be. Does Josh Taylor go to 147? Yeah, he gonna have to go up there. He wants some money. If he don't get past Jack Catterall again, he might not be going nowhere but straight into retirement. Going straight into retirement. Crazy white boy, nigga, you know. He going straight into retirement. But yeah, I hope he beat Josh Catterall. I bet Catterall too, man. I can't say that. Hell of a nice guy, bro. I got an interview with Jack Catterall. Really nice guy. You know, so I can't even say, man, they both nice. Hope the best man win. I thought Catterall won last time by 1 point, but that point deduction was some bullshit. But he should have stopped him. He should have stopped him, to be honest. Tank Garcia, who wins? Come on, man. It's Tank Davis. Modesty Road. You know, Tank's the future. Tank, I'm the present. Tank the future. I'm the past. Leonard Ellerby. No, Tank Davis is the best top prospect. Jerron Ennis. Jerron Ennis, and Jerron motherfucking Ennis. Ain't no prospect better than Jerron Ennis right now. I can't even think about. I like Brandon Lee. I like Gary Anton Russell. He looked a little bit. I like Brandon Lee. People say his last performance, but he looked good. I like him. Who else out there? Shit, I don't even know. I don't know, but yeah, I do. I can't even think of no prospect right now. Kobe's favorite prospect is Vito Melanicki. White magic. I can do magic. Does Boots and Ellis happen, or what's next for Boots? I don't think it's Ellis. Ellis don't come all the way over here to fight Boots. That's a waste of time. So yeah, you come over here to fight Boots, nigga, for what? You could have just sat over there and fought Virgil Ortiz. I ain't never seen Shushu character, but I heard the name. Shout out to the Mason brothers too. Shout out to them. Oh, I like Jose Venezuela. Yeah. I like Rayo. He ran down the road. I don't know about Gary Anton Russell. We gotta see. I mean, you can't argue. He's stopping everybody. Ain't nobody look good versus Francis Bartholomew. He walked right through him. He was gonna stop him regardless. He ran right through that nigga. So he was going to sleep regardless. You know. So it didn't even matter. He hit him with a body shot, and I seen his legs wobble. I'm like, So, yeah, I seen that shit. I said, yeah, he was gonna stop him regardless. He needed to just slow down though. Jabari Jones, Brady, having just to name a few. I don't know none of them niggas, dog. I ain't gonna lie. Ricky, the Mason brothers can fight, bro. Yep. Floyd Senior went down to see no fight. Yeah, one of them just turned pro. They motherfuckers can fight. My favorite prospect is Shushu and Jai Tucker, New York City. Vito, man, Vito wiped the flow with Shushu. I'm talking shit. I ain't never seen this. Hey, didn't he get a stoppage this weekend? It was questionable. Gary Anton too wild. That's how he beat Boots though. Believe it or not, pressing that nigga back. You can't let Boots sit there and pick you apart. You gotta go get that nigga. I'm just being real. Now I'm being real. That nigga Gary Anton Russell, he got conditioned too. What's up, D-Ray Promotion? CJ, only pay-per-view I'm buying is Canelo Triple G. I'm actually looking forward to the World Cup. He gonna keep saying that. Nobody cares about it. Oh yeah, I definitely ain't buying Canelo Triple G. I'll buy Keef Thurman shadow boxing before I buy that. I'll buy Jake Paul fight before I buy that. I don't want to see that shit no more. Triple G, man, oh man, that shit should have happened like 5 years ago. Canelo waited that nigga out. He waited that nigga out. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi. Man, that nigga waited that nigga out. To me and real. You know. But any other questions? I told you I only stand on for an hour. It's Canelo Munguia, then Canelo Jake Paul in 2020. Man, Canelo ain't fight no damn Munguia, not right now. Hope Canelo Triple G isn't a double knockout. Man, shit, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. I don't care, man. I hope Triple G win. I ain't gonna lie. I hope Triple G win. You know, Triple G come in there and dog out Canelo. 2 back-to-back losses. Canelo retire, become a cum rag or some shit like that. Become a goddamn doormat. Become a fucking doormat. So Amari Jones is out of the Bay Area. Signing Devin Haney. Oh yeah, I did hear about him. Yeah. Brady have signed the Top Rank, another Haney promotion fighters. Shamar Cannell out of Brooklyn. Yeah, I don't follow boxing as much as I, but I do know what Amari got to think about it for a minute. Some interview with Haney. Did EJ weigh Bud out? Of course he did. What's new? That nigga got nowhere to run. Baby. He said we'll move 68 for this fight. Zone Espinoza working together. Okay, we'll see. You going to the theater to see Canelo? Man, nigga, I wouldn't go around the corner to see that shit. A Lightyear come on Disney Plus tonight. I gotta finish Stranger Things. I've been watching all 3 seasons. I'm on like season 4, episode 3. So, and I didn't put that shit. I didn't put Better Call Saul aside. That's what happened when you stop a show for a mid-summer intermission. Like you lose all the momentum. So yeah, if you ain't never watched Stranger Things on Netflix, I must say they used to recommend that shit all the time. I just kept passing it up. They dropped season 4. People was talking about it, and I was like, man. Let me start. My girl started watching. I said, let me start watching. I said, this shit is good. I think they said they coming back for a 5th season. That's the last one. They better do something else. Call that shit Thing Stranger or something. That shit too good to come off TV. And each episode like an hour or some change. So it's man. This shit's like mini movies and shit. That shit fire. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That shit fire. I not fire, nigga. Fire. I'd rather watch Canelo than I'd rather watch Stranger Things any day than Canelo Alvarez. That ain't even no goddamn comparison. Stranger Things way better. Way better than any Canelo fight. And it's part of my Netflix subscription. I think it's fire. A lot of folks still aren't hip or say they can't get into. Man, that shit fire. Man. A lot of these niggas like love and hip hop and shit like that, bro. Like I'm into science fiction and shit like that. I'm gonna take science fiction over negativity any day. That shit better than BMF too, by the way. So I'm gonna take science fiction any day over some nigga shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm tired of stereotyping niggas, and I've been tired of that type of stuff. I'm gonna take that shit. I'm gonna take the Umbrella Academy over BMF too. BMF straight, but like I said, I prefer the science fiction, and I prefer the science fiction over boxing too. How about that? Trying to think far I haven't seen the fight. Me neither. I'm on like science episode 3, I believe it is. What's your favorite character on Stranger Things? Oh, Hopper for sure. He's a Hopper. Hopper for sure. That nigga go hard in the paint. Hopper or 11. But obviously that's the default answer, but Hopper for sure. But out the kids, just the group. I don't know, man. Dustin's hilarious. I gotta go with Dustin. He is fucking hilarious, bro. But yeah, old girl fine as hell. My man Steve, not Steve, the one Steve was dating that old boy beat. Man, Steve keep getting his ass kicked too much for me. Then old girl he tried to get with was gay and shit like that. I'm like, damn, she too fine to be gay. But yeah, to the show. Who the best Spider-Man? I don't really. Tobey Maguire, I guess. I don't really watch the new ones like that. I seen it, but I ain't like really care for it. It's straight. Yeah, I fuck with Star Wars. Yeah, built all that shit. The Mandalorian, Episode 1, 2, 3, New Hope. The other one was the best new one. Oh man, what's the name of that shit? The best new one, bro. Man, the one that kept supposed to come before A New Hope, where they got the shit for the Death Star. Man, what's the name of that Star Wars movie, man? I forget. But that's the best one. Solo movie was cool too. Yeah, Solo movie was cool as hell too. I forgot the name of that shit. Rogue One. Yeah, Rogue One was fire, nigga. Did you watch The Man That Fell on the Earth on show? Oh, I don't got Showtime. I don't got Showtime. I ain't got it. But let me get out of here, man. I got a dip. But I appreciate y'all, man. I'll be on. There's something to talk about tomorrow. I'll be on a little bit longer, man. He said, salute. I just came. What Vegas sports team is that? Well, the Knights is a hockey team. Yeah, Knights is a hockey team. They play at the T-Mobile. They get a basketball team, too. They build a whole arena. Who was the best Spider-Man? I told you. Tobey Maguire. Yeah, salute y'all. But yeah, you can listen to this episode on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, the whole 9, man. Hit the link tree. Donate to the channel by thumbs up, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Peace.